えない。ブラックメテオライト!
The main character in anime is all about character development, and many people who watch anime might also watch anime for character development. Seeing a weak main character becoming strong in anime is just an exciting feeling, and we get inspired by seeing these anime characters rise and improve their abilities to become strong as heck. Today we've gathered a very unique list about anime where weak MC becomes strong. This list might include many genres including supernatural, drama, psychology, and so many action series. Ren Mahashi, Guide. Mahashi was the previous ace pitcher of his middle school baseball team, but it seems he just got the spot because his grandfather was the owner of the school. His teammates, especially the team catcher, Haddock, despised him, and they've always lost their games. Mahashi is deeply persuaded that he's a bad baseball pitcher and feels guilty because he knows he's sorry for all the defeats. Mahashi graduates from high school with incredibly poor self-esteem. But in fact, Mahashi is a hard-working and skillful pitcher, and the main reason his team has always lost all the games is because of poor teamwork, because his teammates have never spoken to him about the game, and they haven't tried to come up with a plan or tactic to defeat their rivals. Mahashi then moves to Nishiura High School with intentions to leave baseball because he feels he's not strong enough to win, even though he still enjoys the game intensely. Noir, the third son of a small noble family who has acquired an extraordinary talent that gives him tremendous intelligence but gives him debilitating headaches, accepted a job offer that had just been cancelled on the first day. He learns from his childhood friend Emma, who studied that making him kiss her made the ability less stressful for him. Noir is lucky enough to discover a dungeon and discover the legendary warrior, Olivia Servant, who has been locked in the labyrinth for years, and offers him 3 useful abilities that Noir uses to boost his level and enroll at the Hero Academy to improve his ranks. Fumiya Tomazaki, a self-proclaimed low-level character who sees the whole world as a garbage game and spends much of his time playing video games, has a match in the Nintendo Smash Attack family's game against a player named No Name and wins. After the match, No Name asks Tomazaki to visit him. To his surprise, No Name turned out to be his classmate and student model, Aoi Hinami. Hinami takes Tomazaki home, and concerned about his well-being, Hinami becomes his guide to life by structuring it as a game walkthrough with a series of missions to give him the appearance of a god-tier game. Ganta Igarashi, a seemingly average pupil in Nagano Prefecture's middle school. As an escapee, a survivor of the Great Earthquake, Ganta has no memory of the disaster and has led a normal life. This all changes as a mysterious figure in blood and ruby armor floats through his classroom walls. Grinning madly, the Red One is killing Ganta's entire class. Instead of killing him, the Red One is embedding a red crystal shard in Ganta's chest. Within days of the massacre, Ganta is put on trial as a suspect. Based on evidence rigged against him, he is sentenced to death in Deadman Wonderland, a jail that doubles as an amusement park and is run by Warden Tsunanaga Tamaki, who acted as Ganta's lawyer and was secretly responsible for the rigged evidence against him. At present, Onmyudu has become more sophisticated, streamlined, and modernized, even in the field of medicine and technology. But not everybody can afford this power, as can be seen in the case of Haratora, a member of one of the Tsuchimikado branch families, who was born without spiritual power. Despite being born to a distinguished family of Onmyoji, his life has become worthless as he can do nothing without any divine force. But he remembers the fact that he made a promise with his engaged childhood friend Natsume, the heir to the Tsuchimikado family, and Yaku's presumed rebirth.
Great team.
Satoshi Nakajima, after being expelled from his orphanage, Atsushi inadvertently stopped the suicide of a detective named Osamu Dazai, thinking that he was drowned in the water. During his encounters with Dazai, Atsushi discovers that he is gifted with a magical power capable of converting him into a berserk white tiger in the moonlight, making the orphanage torment him and kicking him out in the past. Dazai hires him to the agency, and there he encounters several other consumers with skills as they deal with numerous incidents taking place within the city of Yokohama, a town full of people with supernatural abilities.
終わりだ。
Simon, a meek young digger ostracized by his friends in the Giha village, finds solace in his best mate, an older brother who is an eccentric delinquent named Kamina. Kamina invites Simon to join his gang, Team Gurren, to help him fulfill his goal of visiting the surface world. One day, Simon uncovers a drill-shaped key called Core Drill, followed by a tiny mecha resembling a mask called Gunman. Shortly thereafter, a massive gunman crashed through the roof and began assaulting the village, led by a girl called Yoko, who was trying to repel the gunman. Simon uses his core drill to unlock the smaller gunman, named Lagan by Kamina, and its drilling-based capabilities. He successfully uses it to kill the larger gunman and bust through the roof to get him and Kamen to the surface of the earth. Yuji Itadori is an abnormal high school student living in Sendai with his grandfather. He regularly avoids the track team because of the time commitment he requires, considering his natural talent for the sport. Instead, he decides to join the occult research club. Because of the freedom it encourages him to attend, he goes to the hospital every day to see his dying grandfather. On his deathbed, his grandfather instilled two important messages inside Yuji: always help others and die surrounded by people. These two thoughts seem to come from his grandfather's regrets. And then we will see the real development of Yuji Itadori throughout the series. Kenichi Shirahama, a 15-year-old high school student and a long-standing survivor of harassment. At the beginning of the novel, he became friends with student Miu Frinji and wanted to become better. He followed her to Rimzenpaku, a dojo hosting many masters of martial arts, headed by her grandfather, Hayato Frinji. After learning fundamentals from Miu, Kenichi overcomes a higher-ranking member of the school's karate club and becomes a magnet for all school delinquents. Asta, a young orphan who was raised from birth after being dumped at the doorstep of an orphanage in the village of Hage along with his fellow orphan, Yuno. While everybody is born with the ability to use mana in the form of magic power, Asta is the only exception. He's trying to achieve magical strength by physical fitness. Conversely, Yuno was born as a prodigy with incredible supernatural strength and the talent to harness the magic of the wind. Motivated by an ambition to become the next Wizard King, an influence second to the King of the Clover Kingdom, the two youths formed a friendly rivalry. Yuno has a legendary 4-leaf grimoire owned by the kingdom's first Wizard King. Asta, considering his lack of spells, had a mystical 5-leaf grimoire. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video on anime, where weak MC becomes strong. I know I did. I have a lot of binge watching ahead of me. And I'm sure you do too. I'm sure your list just expanded out, or who knows, maybe you're all caught up. And when you complete all of the anime mentioned on the list. But anyways, if you think that we missed anything on this list, then be sure to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like the video if you like it and subscribe to the channel for more anime content like this. Anyways, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.